You're watching Total Lunar Eclipse here on timeanddate.com, and we are getting into the partial phase of this total lunar eclipse, which is really exciting. You can see the moon there being covered up there on the left-hand side. We've got our timeline there on the side. I keep pointing the wrong way, but we do have it there on the side, and you can see that our little moon icon has moved into the partial bit of our timeline there. So that's a good thing to keep an eye on. That means we're just under an hour to where totality starts, and we can see 1 hour and 22 minutes of a total lunar eclipse, of blood moon. So we're excited about that. And yeah,
and we've got great images coming in here. We've got in the main feed here, we've got the image from the Time and Date Mobile Observatory in Cyprus. Up in the top right-hand corner, we've had some great images there from the desert just outside Dubai, from the Dubai Astronomy Group. Also earlier, we saw some nice images in the top right corner of the team at the Kassel Observatory in Germany setting up. They're on the rooftop of a building that's part of the University of Kassel in the city center. And we had some nice pictures there of them getting ready for moonrise later on this evening.
And we also got someone else on the screen. We've got Matt. And we've been excited to talk to you, Matt. I know that I know that you're not too excited to be back at home in your office, but it's our 8th time working with you and Perth Observatory. We're super excited. The weather had other ideas for live streaming the eclipse, but we're excited to see you. And it's past midnight for you, Matt, so thank you for staying up. And tell us about all the struggles you've had with the weather this winter in Australia.
Yeah, so Mother Nature RSVP'd saying they're coming to this event, and as we speak, starting to rain again. So typical. So this has been the wettest winter in Perth since 1990, when I was 10 years old. So wow. That's a very long time. And I have been driving through this. My girlfriend's birthday, Rachel, was this week decided to drive about 5 hours down to a lovely place called Pemberton. Highly suggest if anyone's coming to Perth, go down. It's amazing down there. But I think they were talking about they experienced about 100 millimeters of rain this weekend. So I definitely drove through a lot of this rain, and it's great for the farmers, but this is why we call clouds our mortal enemy.
It's not great for astronomy, is it?
That
is always the great challenge of astronomy, of course.
Especially since this is the first eclipse that we've had, total lunar eclipse here, since November 2022, when we actually did this from the Matilda Bay. So we had this Perth City skyline, and even we had some issues with cloud at the very beginning here.
And Matt, when you're not streaming eclipses and when you're not driving through the rain, you and your colleagues at Perth Observatory, you guys do a spectacular job at talking to the public about astronomy. So tonight we've got this total lunar eclipse. Just under an hour from now, the moon is going to start to turn red. So Matt, how do you explain it to people when they ask you, why does the moon turn red?
Yeah, it's a great, really interesting railing. It's the same reason why we get colourful sunsets and sunrises as well. And during the total lunar eclipse, during totality, the moon moves into the umbra, the inner shadow of the Earth completely. So from now until 1:30, we're seeing the moon slowly move within it. And what's really interesting is when we're actually live streaming this, during the partial phase, we would really be running on video. and sending that to you guys. But once we actually moved into totality, we actually have to change to taking single shot photos because the moon gets so dim that we have to up the exposure time as well. What's happening is that even though it's completely in the shadow of the Earth, some of the sunlight is still going through the Earth's atmosphere, and our atmosphere acts like a lens and bends and refracts some of that sunlight into the shadow. And our atmosphere is blue and that's because the oxygen and nitrogen particles kind of absorb or refract that blue part of the light. Light's made up of blue, red, and yellow, and then what's left over is the red and yellow light, and that continues on and hits the moon as well. And and the really cool thing is it depends on how clean the atmosphere is. It will look a lighter orange or a copper color if you don't have any particulates like dust or volcanic in the atmosphere. But it will look darker red if you do have like a volcanic eruption throw up material up into the atmosphere as well. So we had the Tongan eruption a few years ago, and we had some fantastic sunsets for about a years, I think it was.
Yeah. Well, that's a great explanation.
Yes,
on the red color in a blood moon. Thanks for that, Matt. Well, Matt, we've been clouded out completely tonight in Perth, but we do have some more great eclipses coming up, right?
Yeah. And funny enough, I got to do a TEDx talk on live streaming an eclipse with you guys as well back in November 2004, and I got to explain to the public that WA has actually 5 eclipses in the next 50 years, total solar eclipse. So we have 2028, which is coming up, and that's below Kununurra, in the very top of Western Australia. It's the second largest state in the world. We then have 2037 through Gerald and Dunsborough, which is about 5 from Perth. We then have 2038 Onslow, which is actually further up from the eclipse, which Stefan and I did in 2023. We then have in 2062, we have Albany, and the one I'm hanging out, 2068, that goes directly over Perth Observatory as well. So you can sign me up for that one, but we don't have to wait as long. We don't have to wait as long for the next total lunar eclipse here. That's actually March 3rd, and that's actually a reasonable time. I'm looking at it right now, and 6:43, 4:07 p.m. That's a nice reasonable time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. We might actually have to do that one from Matilda Bay again, like we did November 2024. So.
Yeah, and we should also say that Perth is in a ideal time zone for what we're starting to call the New Year total lunar eclipse, as 2028 rolls into 2029.
Yeah, I think you guys have said you're coming out for the 2028 total solar eclipse. I think you guys should come out again to celebrate New Year's. We could do a full costume setup as well. Like we have the big glasses, the Zuzus, and have fun, sparklers. Probably not sparklers here in Perth. You're in a state forest, and B, it's probably going to be very, very warm that day. So
yeah. So just to explain, this is a total lunar eclipse that is going to start on December 31st, and in the time zone that Perth is at, as New Year strikes at midnight, it'll be during the first partial phase of the eclipse. And then about 15 minutes after New Year, that's when totality will begin in Perth. So yeah, it really is the New Year lunar eclipse. And yeah, Perth is really the ideal place to go and celebrate.
We'll talk to Stefan and see if we can go to Perth twice in 1 year.
Look, West Australia is the best place for do astrotourism, guys. So it's, our observatory is about 45 minutes out of the CBD, and I tell you what, we're at 4, so and rule. You don't get skies like we do 45 minutes out of any city. So thankfully Perth is growing north and south, not east. It's, and you don't have too far to get out of Perth before you get some pretty awesome skies. I've been lucky enough recently to go out and do quite a lot of big trips out in the country, and oh my lord, we have the best objects in the night sky in the southern hemisphere. We might not have a pole star, but we have all the best objects, and we have one great view of the Milky Way during wintertime.
Yeah, I'm excited about seeing it. I am excited.
Can I sell this here as can I?
Well, Matt, it's always a pleasure talking to you, and we count this as your 8th live stream with us, even though we're not looking at the moon for now. And we're going to see you back again in March next year, and we're going to get everyone to keep on watching. We're inching towards totality. We can really see that partial stage moving across the moon there, like it's getting darker and darker. So I'm very excited about that. Totality is at 5:30 UTC, 17:30 UTC, that is. And thank you again, Matt. It's been awesome talking to you, and stay tuned, and we'll be back soon.
You're watching a total lunar eclipse here on timeanddate.com, and I have a special report from Mission Control. Earlier in the show, at the 16th, 1722 UTC time code, I need my glasses on for this. You might have seen a plane going across the moon. That was the Boeing 737 Georgian Airways flying from Lacona to Tbilisi. We know there are quite a few nerds out there that enjoy that kind of fact, including here at Time and Date. So yeah, we're just adding that to the mix. We're about 17 minutes out from totality. It's about 20 minutes. It's a very smooth change totality, isn't it, Graham?
It is, and we can see from the images on the screen that we can see clearly that the partial phase of this eclipse is almost done. That almost the whole of the moon's disk is getting covered by that dark inner part of Earth's shadow. We can also just check in on our moonlight map that's just above us there to just see what the global situation with this eclipse is. So just a reminder that the light area of the moonlight map, that is where the moon is above the horizon. That's where the moon is visible at the moment. So it's pretty much all of Asia, all of Australia, and now more than half of Africa, and around about half of Europe. This light area of the map is slowly shifting to the left. It's slowly shifting westwards as the Earth rotates. This means that Germany, where we have our partners at the Kassel Observatory in central Germany, they are slowly moving towards the light area of the moonlight map. Moonrise in Kassel is around 1751 UTC, so that is around about 35 minutes from now. Of course, we won't see the moon instantly in Kassel. We saw at the beginning of our show that we had to wait for a while for the moon to come into view after it had risen in Cyprus. It's got to get out of the, that dirty air we often see along the horizon. We've also got to wait for the sky to get a bit darker after sunset, because one of the things that Matt mentioned when we were talking to him is that, as the moon approaches totality, it really does get much dimmer as well. So, we can see there is on the screen, there is that enormous contrast between the bright edge of the moon on the right-hand side and that darker bit of the moon on the left. The moon really does get very faint during totality. So when it's rising just as the sun is setting, the sky is really bright. So it's, we are going to have to wait a little while still before we get to see our first pictures of the moon from Kassel. But that's what our moonlight map is showing us. By the way, that little icon right in the middle of the map, that icon is a moon icon, and that is showing us where the moon is directly overhead at the moment. And it's pretty much over Singapore, which means that if you're in Singapore now and you look straight up, the moon is sort of directly above your head there in that sort of Singapore part of the globe. The moon is also turning red on the moonlight map because the moonlight map is showing the eclipse in progress. It
is. And we can also see from our images here that that main image we have on the screen now, it's exposed for the dark side. We can kind of, if we add a little bit of imagination, see that it's turning a little bit red. And as the lighter side becomes smaller and smaller, it will get more and more red. So very excited about that. But there can be a little bit of blue in the blood moon as well.
That is true. Yeah. A little band of blue that we sometimes see, also known as the turquoise band. So again, Matt was explaining earlier about why the moon turns red during totality. He was talking about how sunlight getting filtered through Earth's atmosphere takes on this reddish tint, and it's that reddish glow around the edge of the Earth's atmosphere, that's kind of giving the moon this red, bloodish color. But around the edge of Earth's atmosphere, in Earth's upper atmosphere, there is the ozone layer.
Yeah.
And light that passes through the ozone layer actually takes on a bluish color. So this means that when we look at Earth's dark inner shadow, we're seeing this dark reddish shadow, but around the edge, there is this a very thin, pale, bluish edge to the shadow. Now, it's really difficult to see, and as we're looking at these images here, it's very difficult to see because we've got that great contrast between that sort of very bright side of the moon on the right and that sort of dark reddish part of the moon on the left. Sometimes just before totality or just after totality, when that bright white part of the moon is very thin, sometimes where the light part meets the dark part, if you're lucky, you can just see this little hint of blue, a little blue band, a turquoise band. But it is difficult to see. And we don't always see it at every total lunar eclipse.
We did see it in March. So fingers crossed we're going to see it again.
Well, fingers crossed. That's right. We actually had some great images back in March of the turquoise band. So fingers crossed. And we'll keep watching to see if we can spot any of that tonight.
So there's still lots to look out for and enjoy for tonight. But of course, you don't need to have a lunar eclipse to look at the moon. There's always fun things to look for with the moon.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Anna, we got a reminder just a few days ago from our friend at NASA, Stacey Horvath. She's at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center. And her reminder was that Saturday, October the 4th, is the International Observe the Moon Night. So this is a global celebration of looking up and learning about the moon. I think last year's event, it involved participants in about 127 countries. We're wishing everyone good luck for International Observe the Moon Night.
And another excuse to look at the moon.
Exactly. As if you needed it, another excuse.
Well, we are looking at the moon right now, and we're going to keep watching. We're getting close to totality. We're about 9 minutes out. So very, very excited about that. You've got the timeline there on the side. You can see our little moon icon. We're inching its way towards totality there. We've got our moonlight world map, and that stays on when we go off the screen. That shows the moon going blood red there as well. So we're super excited. It's 10 minutes from now. Totality begins.
this is the second total lunar eclipse of 2025 that you're watching here on timeanddate.com. And well, we are struggling a little bit at the moment, Anna. We have some clouds have invaded the sky for our mobile observatory team in Cyprus. We're also struggling a little bit with our pictures there from Dubai at the moment. But hey, this is
part of the game,
right? This is an eclipse live stream, and clouds do happen, of course. Having a look on our timeline, we can see that we are into totality. We're about 20 minutes into the total phase of this eclipse. We did see earlier that the moon certainly had got covered completely by Earth's dark shadow. Okay, we're getting pictures back now here from the Dubai Astronomy Group in Dubai. We can see that the moon has gone very faint. We can see that it has taken on a sort of a very pale reddish color there as well. So this is totality. We have still another hour or so of totality to go. So we've still got lots to look forward to.
Yes,
with this. Now we do have to mention, Anna, the amazing team that we have here at the Time and Date headquarters in Stavanger, Norway, who are taking all these pictures from around the world and putting together this live stream. So the team here in Stavanger, we have Jeremy Kraus, we have Andy Ardener, we have Ardian Rexhai, Sarah Kornberg, Adalbert Michelic, and David Usken, putting together these images for us here. And of course, Anna, we have our intrepid mobile observatory team out there in the Eastern Mediterranean on the island of Cyprus. That is
currently struggling with the clouds.
Right, currently fighting the clouds. That is Stefan Thorsen, Anna Smith, and Renata Moland-Hus. And we're going to have a chat with Stefan later. But right now, we are going to catch up in Cyprus with Renata. She is Time and Date's data analyst. She's our in-house cosmology PhD and just kind of an astro all-rounder. And she's flown out with the mobile observatory team to Cyprus. And we are going to go across and have a chat with her now.
And there she is in the dark.
Okay, and I think at the moment it's also saying Matt Woods there.
Yeah,
of course. That is
Renata. that is Renata there.
Hi, Renata.
Hi.
Hi. And hey, it was sorry about the clouds, but this seems like it might be a good time for a quick chat.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, Ishiza, this is your second interview today. I think because this morning you were doing an interview from Cyprus with Norwegian National Radio about tonight's eclipse. Tell us when you're talking to the media, what sort of things are they interested in about this lunar eclipse?
Well, of course, they were very interested in what it actually is, what is happening, why does it turn red, and of course, very much where in Norway can we see this, and who gets the best view of it across the country.
Bit of competition there by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Right.
So this is your first time on the road with the mobile observatory, Renata, and what is it like? You're sitting there in the dark. It's you got in yesterday and now you're live streaming the moon. Oh no, we're losing her sound.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you, Renata. Go ahead. What is it like?
Go ahead. Okay. Well, it's very nice. First of all, of course, it's my first trip, but it's not Stefan's first trip. So he has everything planned out with nice long Excel spreadsheets that we can follow to make sure everything is going according to plan. And we practiced a bit yesterday, tried to find some stars and things to align our telescopes with. And of course, it's very nice to be sent to Cyprus for this mission. So we're having a good time.
Oh, that's good to hear. And did your trip go okay? Did they take an extra look at the telescopes?
Yeah, they did take our carry-ons to the side and security and went through all 3 of them. But otherwise, everything went very smoothly. All the luggage arrived on time.
Oh, that's good to know, because we do have telescopes in the carry-ons, so they might get a bit curious about those. And we're looking at the moon from Dubai here, and it's looking kind of purpley dark. And we were looking at the moon before the clouds came and got you guys in Cyprus at a very rusty brown moon. And Graham and I were discussing, what color really is it? Because the telescope it depends a little bit on your telescope. It depends a little bit on your settings, on your camera, what color. So you can actually see it, probably not right now because of the clouds, but earlier. What color is the moon where you are?
Yeah, we had a very similar experience to you, very dark, quite brownish red color. So of course we try to portray it as realistic as possible when we send the images.
So and how is it? Is it as magical as I remember it?
Yes, it's beautiful. very, very, very beautiful.
Oh, that's good.
Well. And so, and what is the latest situation on clouds? Just looking around, and what we're coming up to 9 p.m. local time there in Ayia Napa, and I mean, just kind of looking up, how are we doing on the clouds?
Well, it's still a bit of clouds covering the area. The wind has picked up a little bit as well. But there's a little bit peeking through in between.
Yeah. We're certainly picking up a bit of the wind on the microphone there as well, so we can hear that. But actually, just as you were talking, we did see there was a little bit of the moon just came fleetingly into view in the telescope view there. That's just above you on the screen. So it's fingers crossed.
It is. I'm crossing all my fingers and toes and all the things I can cross. Renata, we're going to let you get back to work. We're going to be back in Cyprus soon to talk to Stefan and hear about his experiences. And meanwhile, keep watching. Enjoy the blood moon if we can see it between the clouds. And we are approaching the midway point of this eclipse. So we still have just over an hour left, right? A little bit more, a little bit less than that.
A little bit under an hour for totality. Yeah.
Yes. So we've still got a lot of totality, and we've got lots of eclipse left. So we'll be back soon.
welcome back to this total lunar eclipse on timeanddate.com. And well, we are over the halfway point of this eclipse. We can see from our timeline that we are moving through totality, the total phase of this eclipse. We have about another 25 minutes or so to go, but we have passed maximum eclipse, and the moon is now starting to move slowly out of the Earth's shadow. Moonrise is happening across Europe. The moon has risen in Kassel in Germany. We haven't seen any pictures from Kassel yet because we're still waiting for the moon to get up high enough into the sky to become visible. We're also waiting for this very faint, totally eclipsed moon to become visible as the sky is darkening in Kassel, because when the full moon is rising, that's when the sun is setting. So you always have a very bright sky still at moonrise, at full moon. But yes, we're going to be hoping to get some telescope images from Kassel up on the screen soon. In the meantime, we did say that we were going to go back to Cyprus and have a chat with Stefan Thorsen. Stefan is the Time and Date CEO and Chief Eclipse Chaser. And we're going to go and have a chat with him now in Cyprus.
There he is. Hi, hello. Stefan.
Hello, Graham and Anna.
Hi. So why Cyprus? I'm going to jump right in and ask, why did you end up there?
We kind of had a few reasons for that, but one option is always to be at home, but in Norway we only get half of the eclipse, and the weather is normally not that great, and it's very hard to see the eclipse or the moon when it's very low over the horizon. So we had to get a bit more east. That was one reason. And then we wanted to get a bit rid of the